Crux sit mihi, non Draco sit mihi tu, dade retro sentam, dum quam suona mihi vabelt, sub long off we lives, I can see them in the
When they speak of redemption, what exactly does it mean? What does it apply to? Is it a reward in heaven? Is it a second chance at life and returning from the dead? Is it the revelation of hidden truths against wrongly condemned individuals? Is it a get out of hell free card from the man upstairs? It behooves me to tell you that it is none of these things, yet it can be any of these things. Perhaps it is because its concept was designed by a divine being, something created by the Creator and handed down to His Son to teach mankind. Maybe that is why this one concept can be applied to many things and in many ways, designed by the one who designed it all. The truth of this cannot be known, for it is a heavenly matter, but more importantly, does it really matter? Who designed this concept is not important. What is important is, does it work? Is it a solution that can be applied the way I say? Yes, redemption can mean many things, and if you follow the ways of the Messiah's examples, no matter how sinful you may be, this can lead to the solution you seek. For now we shall simply have faith in the hope it inspires in those who believe. Now take, for example, the situation of a man who has committed a heinous crime and paid his debt to the laws of man. Free of his debt, he still is not accepted by the people around him. He cannot find work, for none will hire him. He can't get common decency and respect because everyone still loathes him for what he did. Can redemption apply to him? Yes, only if it is true in his heart, without the intention to find forgiveness, but acts of sincere kindness, humility, honor, courage, the cardinal virtues, if applied here, and lived not as if he is a man who has become consumed with trying to do every good deed he can, but when he sees someone less fortunate, and no one seems to be stepping up to help them, even if it just kind words of encouragement. If you maintain that way of living, and incorporate it into your life like a habit and way of living from that point on, then redemption will be yours. Now take this single concept and apply it to all situations involving whatever problems you might imagine to face. If you commit a great wrong or a deadly sin, can it bring you back into favor to the ones who you lost favor with? Yes. If you die, can it forgive your transgressions in life and earn you a peaceful rest in the grave with kind words and fond memories from the ones who knew you? Yes, it can. This is the redemption that the Messiah spoke of, and this is how it is applied. And those who have been one of those on this path seeking something like this knows that it is truth. It is said that your deeds alone cannot ensure your entrance into the kingdom of heaven. This is true, but pay attention to how it was worded, that your deeds alone. For I say to you now, as I said to you then, every man, woman, and child's deeds are taken into account, as is their thoughts and the reasons that they decided to act as they did. Their hearts' intentions lay the guilt of sin for them to bear upon the day of judgment. You know how you can tell that what I speak is truth. Then I ask of you this question: is it not the sins of a man that condemns him to hell? Is not the iniquity and imperfection of the flesh not to be what is to blame for our ability to be capable of such things? Then verily I say unto you, that just as a man's deeds can condemn him, so can they redeem him. But be aware that there is much more that is taken into account when you stand before the Holy of Holies to answer for the deeds of your life. For is it not the weight of the feather that the Egyptians believed decided your fate in the afterlife? Are your deeds not judged by your father and your father's fathers in the belief of the Abrahamic cultures Where you're found worthy to enter the promised lands, then they shall meet you at your time of death to lead you towards the lands of milk and honey. In the beliefs of karmatic justice, do not the deeds of your everyday life decide the path of fate that your life shall be led down. But just because they did not believe in the Christian God does not mean that they were wrong. In the time of the Messiah, there were no radio broadcasts or global communications to spread his teachings to every man, woman, and child on the planet. So know that what I say is truth by that which guides your heart towards seeing truth and knowing what you're hearing is right, and without malice, that the true God does not hold racism or cultural bias in his heart. When he comes to intervene to help that which he has created, he appears and makes himself known by what you understand him to be, not what an institutionalized image engraven on an object of idolatry looks like. When he comes, he wants you to know that it is him, and there is nothing to fear, for he is not the temperamental child who breaks his own toys. But as is said, it is true that your deeds alone will not grant you entrance to heaven or the place of paradise. For those who have lived a life consumed in their own sins, unable to see the mistakes that have become habits that decide the outcome of their lives. To you I say that no matter how evil your deeds are, or how evil you have become, you can be forgiven. A path of redemption can lead you to entering heaven, but it must be true within your heart. The remorse and regret you feel, your decision cannot be to escape what is to come. Only through the first Messiah and his teachings can you be saved. His life, its examples of how he overcame accusations to his character when he was innocent and when he was guilty of what they claimed against him. Live in truth with nothing to hide, and show that your intentions were innocent of malice. Point not the finger of blame upon them, but simply show by words and by action that what you say is true, and their evil intentions will be defeated. They will not have the satisfaction they sought, but even in victory still be humble, and hold no conviction, for you may be wrong in your assumption against him. Now many ask me, who are you? Are you the Messiah? No. Are you a priest? No. Are you a prophet? No. Are you the second coming? No. Are you the 13th apostle? No. I am simply a man who made a vow to this world to go and seek something. I have sought, and I have struggled against unseen evils and hardships to bring you what I said I would. These are the teachings of the Messiah, as I said. Now, I must return to the path I am on and fulfill the agreements I made to others to bring you this. If I learn more, I shall bring its teachings to you as well.